Hey, welcome. This is Chris. That's Angela.
Angela.
Hey, Angela, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
This is the Spice.
Uh-huh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Go ahead. Finish up.
Oh,
Finish up. You finish?
I'm done.
Lying.
Whoa, I'm done, man. Go ahead. Uh, you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing
Wait a
pretty
minute. Look, like
good.
somebody be asking, you okay? You okay?
Yes, I'm
You
okay.
sure you okay?
Yes, I'm
I'm
sure.
talking
I'm sure
sometimes
I'm
when people
okay.
ask you that, I know some people ask out of concern, care, and love,
Yeah, they
but
do.
sometimes people be like, "Come on now." You'd be like, "Yeah." Like, look, it'd be just, oh, look, you can just look
Uh-huh.
like this. You okay? Like it's world changing, because you just made one small sigh, and the
Yeah.
world is now caving in, and we must find out if you're okay.
Yes, they're concerned. They want to
Yeah,
make sure that you're okay.
yeah,
Okay.
most of the time. And even if it's not, I'll take it. Like I don't want to
Right.
take away from any genuine care and concern a person has. So I really, and you never know. So the best thing to do is like, oh, thank you, I appreciate it,
Yes.
because I do. Sometimes you need those
Yes,
pick
because
me
some
ups,
people don't care and they
right?
don't ask you if you're okay
And most people don't. And most people care about who
themselves.
themselves.
Yep.
If themselves was a person, they'd be the most popular thing in the world.
Most popular thing. Yes, they will be.
But you're doing good for real, right?
I'm doing good.
This has been a pretty good day.
Pretty good day. There's no complaints on my end.
Yeah. Besides some noise issues going on around me that I'm not happy with. See, I do have different days. See, the other day I was probably okay. This day is, that's a thing.
Right.
But I'm going to, if I have to, if it irritates me enough, like we said last week, I'm going to hit the reset button. We'll see.
Hit the reset button.
Depends on the situation. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
But you probably can tell by the title and everything, man. We were looking at our state and how healthy our state is. But then I got to say, like, what about all over the United States? What about all over, like, how healthy or unhealthy? Like, if I
Right.
wanted to go to the most healthiest place, where would that be? If I wanted to go to, like, where all the fun is at with the food, where would I go?
Yes, that is interesting because I want to know too.
You want to know?
I
You know, you
want to
got to
know.
help me. You got to
Yes.
try. You've been doing pretty good lately with the top tens and the top
I
fives.
don't know how I'm going to do with this one because this is going to be interesting because you have what 50 states
Right. Well, there's only going
in
to
the
be 10.
United.
We're going to do the 10 states with the highest obesity rate.
Oh, obesity rate. Oh,
And then we'll do 10. Well, if we get around to it, 10 with the least, which is
okay.
the healthiest.
Okay. All right.
So starting at the bottom, we're going to go from the top 10 that's from the like worst of the worst, the best of the worst,
Okay.
and to the like number one, like, ugh.
All right.
So 10 is maybe, let me see if I can I'm going to give you one hint.
Louisiana?
Starts with a
Yeah.
maybe.
Missouri?
Good job. Good job.
Missouri.
Yeah.
Missouri
We've been there
is
before,
number
by the way.
10. Yes, we had. We had fun.
We had a great
Went
time.
to Branson,
They
Missouri.
got caves.
My daughter and I, we ran a 5. Is it 5K? Yeah, 5K.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, 10
But we
is.
stayed
Go
over
ahead.
for about
Y'all, that's
a
right.
week.
Y'all did the 5K with
Yep.
the pink tutus and everything.
Divas. Yep, the diva.
They were, and look, they didn't have to wear that to show that they were divas, but that particular day they did.
But we got to stay there. We enjoyed the amusement parks that was there. It was a nice trip.
I had a good time.
We made a trip out of it.
I
We
was
stayed for a
really,
week.
that was another happy time.
It was
Joyful. I really appreciated that. This state is close to, I think it's close to Missouri.
And this is number 9.
Number 9. They're known. They got a good. This wouldn't help you. A good college, like a popular college football team. And I don't even know. Maybe it's popular. It seemed like it's.
I don't know much
Starts with
about
the I.
football. Illinois,
Nah.
Iowa.
There you go.
Okay.
But I don't.
Iowa.
Yeah, I would never thought. That's one I wouldn't have
Either.
thought. Like I've seen Missouri. I've been there, so I was like, yeah, I can see it. I saw it. I know that sounds bad, but they have so much good food there.
Well,
That's
you
my
gotta
point
think.
about Missouri. They just have a lot of good food.
Yeah, Iowa. Is that where most of the corn is coming from?
That's where so that's why I'm like, how are they? They just grits.
Grit.
'Cause grits ain't nothing but ground corn.
Yeah.
And then another I. Now they definitely have a popular college basketball team. And Michael Jackson, I'm going back to Indiana. You don't remember that?
I don't know that song. I don't. All right, so Indiana. Okay.
Indiana.
Wait,
Oh, I
what?
got
What?
it like
Okay,
this.
you got to tell me the numbers.
That's
'Cause-
number 8. Number 8 is Indiana.
Okay.
Now you might know number. I almost told you number 7, and the percentage is 31%, 31.4. That's like in the state. So that's how much percentage is obese.
34%.
31.4.
31.4.
And Kentucky,
You already said it.
number 7.
He said it. Kentucky. Kentucky.
Oh man, number 7 is Kentucky. Okay, let's just forget Kentucky. What is number 6?
Number 6.
I'm giving you a hint. Going with a banjo on my knee.
Tennessee. Going to Tennessee.
And it's going to Alabama with a banjo
okay.
on my knee.
Sorry.
Come on, man. Come on.
But
I'll give
Tennessee
you some
rhymes
amazing-
better.
Wow. That's number 6. Wow, 32%.
Okay.
32.1. 32.6 is number 5. And their state starts to sound like a name of a tree, a popular tree. Starting off. That's not the whole state name, but it's the first syllable.
I don't have a clue.
Well, name some trees. You got maple. Yeah. You got the willow. What about cherry blossom? What about oak?
Listen, I'm not good.
Oklahoma, y'all.
How can you get
Oak tree.
oak tree and then Oklahoma?
Oklahoma, you're
that
welcome.
has nothing.
Wow.
That is nothing similar.
I gave her an amazing hit.
Oh my
she
goodness, guys!
Okay.
You need to hit the
That's
reset
number 5.
button. All right,
No, you
hit that reset
big
button.
time. That was a layup. Okay, so it's not number. The next one is not Kansas. It is. Arkansas. And now you know that's illegal to say in Arkansas.
Arkansas.
You cannot say Arkansas.
So
in
Arkansas is number what now?
I told you it's number 4.
Number 4.
Number 5 is Oklahoma. Number 4 is Arkansas. Do not say Arkansas there.
Arkansas.
Arkansas. Now number 3, you're gonna get this one because you said it earlier. Number 3.
Louisiana.
You got it. 33%.
Louisiana.
Oh, not Virginia, but
West Virginia.
yeah. And then what's number 1? You know.
Georgia.
You couldn't wait, could you? Georgia
Is
is
it
the most
Georgia?
obese state in
No,
the
no,
world.
no. Is it Georgia?
not.
Mississippi.
You know it's Mississippi.
I was about to say. So Georgia is not even on the
Maybe they're on the healthiest, the least
they
obese.
could be.
You
Let's
want to
see.
see?
Yeah, let's
You want to see? It's gonna blow your mind.
Wow, I'm surprised that some of those make the obese states though.
Number 10.
You're right.
Now this one you're familiar with. You have some work buddies and stuff, and people you deal with. You know,
Talking about Connecticut.
number 10, of the healthiest.
Healthiest. Oh, really?
It's not the top. It's working your way to the top. So they
Okay.
they fell within the 10
Okay.
of the least obese.
Mm-hmm.
Only 24%.
Okay.
Now this place, the next state is number 9, and it is really cold. It's when you think about it, it's not always
Minnesota.
cold. Yeah. Isn't that funny how it started off that
some,
way?
I have some coworkers in Minnesota too.
Even when the summer, it's like, yeah, okay, Minnesota, man. Ooh. But it's not. I mean, it's It's not like it's in. It's not even. I don't even think it's on the border of Canada. So how is it? There's some places up there that's colder.
Yeah.
Number 8 at 24% is a very popular state.
California or Florida.
Interesting. Interesting you would say those.
Well, you got to see where I am with popular.
Okay, let's look at it from the world view.
Okay. From the world's view, the most popular state, New York.
There you go.
New York.
Big city of
New
dreams.
York.
No one opens the
Concrete
door.
jungle.
Yes. Oh, that's old school. You going back. New York, big city.
Concrete jungle,
Yeah,
where
New
dreams are
York.
made.
Now this is a big jump away from New York. Probably a very low populated place. Speaking of cold,
Okay, so if it's cold, let's say
and it's gonna
North Dakota,
it's not North,
South Dakota.
South Dakota,
Okay.
South
I have
Dakota.
a
And don't ask me
coworker. I
why
have a
those two
coworker
are
in
not
South
right on.
Dakota.
They might, you know. Now here's the thing. Remember we were talking the other week about fries on one of our shows. We were talking about fries, and it's not so much the potatoes are healthy.
Idaho.
That's number 6. Number 7 is South Dakota. Number 6 is Idaho. Number 5,
I need a hint. Give me a hint.
you need. What about Boston?
Massachusetts.
Very good. Yeah, that's number 5. So we jump back over to Massachusetts.
So most of these states you're saying, most of them are on the East Coast.
Well,
Well,
not
some of them in the
north and- not
Midwest.
north- yeah, that's it's
Midwest,
jumping
East
around, but
Coast?
it's north.
Okay,
I'm
north.
noticing that.
Yeah.
But then just to go ahead and blow your mind,
There,
what's the next
I have
one? Number
not,
4.
Never seen. No, there's no southern states.
Number 4.
I don't know.
You said it earlier.
Georgia?
It was popular.
Oh, Florida or California?
California. That's west.
Yeah.
That's west.
Yeah, because California, you think about California, they have a lot of rules and stuff in regards to your health and stuff. So I can see that being at the top.
Plus, there's a lot of people that don't. We seen some interesting stuff when we were in San Francisco. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes, and
they were skinny.
but if you think about it too, their food was still different than
Depends
than
on where you
Georgia.
go. I mean, because they have the same. They have the McDonald's in the world. They have some unhealthy places, but I think that when we went to like downtown, we saw a lot of little nice places
Yeah.
that could
You
be
was
healthy
able to
and
get-
still good food.
But you were still able to get some healthy stuff
Seafood,
on the
too.
menu. Oh, yeah, seafood on the menu.
Fresh.
It wasn't overly processed food.
Going back to the Midwest, number 3. California was number 4.
3,
Going back to Midwest, number 3.
Midwest. Um,
Let's go back to the
I don't know.
Montana.
Oh, Montana. Is that what Mount
Whenever you hear me
Rush?
say
Is that
let
what
me
Mount
tell.
Rushmore is in
I
Montana?
think so. We were talking about. You was telling me about that.
Okay, yeah, Montana,
Number 2, mountains.
Colorado.
Good job.
Really, Colorado's number 2.
Number 2.
Colorado Rockies.
And
Amazing.
then, which I would never have thought that. I would have put that somewhere. I wouldn't have put that in the top 10 at all, let alone number 2. Number 1 is
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Wow.
Lots of pineapple.
Yeah, and a lot of islands too.
Yeah.
So
Probably a lot of seafood as
yeah,
well.
and plus things are.
I mean, not
know,
that it matters. You can eat beef, pork, and everything. I'm sure it's all there, but they eat different.
Yeah, less processed food too,
Yeah.
because you got those islands there. The people are producing their own, mostly.
And I
producing their
have
own
watched.
stuff.
I've never been there, but I've watched documentaries. I've looked at things that happen on those islands, and I don't see a lot of them.
Right.
That
lot of-
percentage,
A lot of obesity folks. Yeah.
That percentage is, by the way, 19. That's pretty low. 19%.
Wow. So I'm sure that 19% people probably came in from other places. The 19% maybe people moved there and contributed to that 19%.
Yeah, it is. The natives are leaving. That's
Wow.
another whole story. That's another whole show. So, it's changing. The dynamic is changing there. That's what I was watching a documentary about. But I just noticed the people that they talked to, that they interviewed, when they were showing background, that the people look pretty healthy.
Yeah.
I imagine you kept bringing up Georgia. I imagine they fall somewhere in the middle or closer to the unhealthy
Probably
side.
so. Probably so.
I hate to say
I didn't
that,
see many southern states there.
but
Not
like
on that
speaking of
healthy
health,
list.
what do you want to do for yourself in your health?
Well, one thing that I want to do is make sure that I am at a comfortable weight for my health. I can tell you now, I have several things that, if I'm at a certain weight, let's say if I Sorry about that. I have to pick up something, so give me 1 second.
I'm going and down and down. You just talks amongst yourselves.
Okay, I'm back. All right. So when you talk
How was your
about
trip? Sorry.
certain ailments that you have, and when I'm at a certain point, when I gain weight, if I'm at certain points, then those things are agitated more. For example, blood pressure, the insulin's not regulating like it should,
Right.
and different like things happening, especially as I'm getting older, that, being in a overweight state is not good for. So things that I see for myself is getting to a weight where I don't have those ailments, that I'm not on any medication. I'm not on any medication now, but I'm not using medication to control certain things within me because I know they run in my family, diabetes, heart
Oh,
condition,
goodness.
blood pressure and all that. But I want to be, not only look healthy, but feel
Mm.
healthy as well. But I
Mm-hmm.
know that I have to make sure that I am eating in a way that is contributing to that healthy weight for me. And I'm saying healthy weight for me is because I am heavier than the average person my size because I hold my weight good. Because if I was, I went to look at my weight range based on my height, and the highest weight, I'm telling you, is low. It is low, and I know if I get just 5 pounds below that, I would look. I wouldn't look. I shouldn't say I wouldn't look right or whatever. I just look too skinny or whatever. They'll put me close to a zero.
Mm.
1 to 2, size 1, 2, something like that. It was. I mean, I'm not trying to win on kid size. I'm not trying to be that small, but
Right.
I do hold my
Trying to be
weight
no
well
baby.
because I think I have a lot of muscle tone. So
Right.
that's why I say that I want to get to a weight that's healthy for me and where I am feeling good mentally as well, because
Right.
that does weigh on me. Oh, no pun intended. It does weigh on me if I'm eating in a certain way that's contributing to my ailments and stuff, and I know I can do better.
Right.
So that is what I envision for myself, where I am happier, where I am eating in a way that contributes to that, but also not going overboard to where I am not happy because I restricted myself out of so many food groups. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to live a balanced way of life as far as my eating habits and everything else. So trying to be balanced in that and not overdo it.
That's good.
So what about you?
What you mean? What about me?
What do you see yourself as far as your health? How would you see yourself? What does a healthy Chris look like? Or what would you say that
Okay.
you think that
Six
you would
feet tall.
change?
Number one.
That you would change.
That super nice tan going on. Uh, sunglasses. But anyway, no, seriously, we were talking about this when we were younger. We've seen each other in our optimum range, and so for my height and build, I know I'm out of that. And as I think more about it, I have to. There's no reason for me not to be. So I see myself just a little bit more tone. Just it's not a big leap, but I want to, I want to get to a point where you just like you were saying in another segment
Yeah.
thing a while back. Wake up just feeling good, man.
Yeah.
And I feel for the age of my health. Like my health is decent. I talk to the doctor, I check up and all that. So I should be doing better. And so the only thing that's I got to check off the box is just losing that unneeded weight, unneeded
Yeah.
storage. And so I see
Yeah.
that, I envision that if that's what you're asking me, like, what do I see? I
Yeah.
see that.
Well, you know what, Christopher, I see that for the both of us that we're going to be at our goal weights.
I
We
definitely see
will
it for you.
definitely be at our goal weights. And not only that, but we're going to have we're going to hit that reset
Mhm.
button and could be contributing to a healthy lifestyle that's going to support our goal weight. I know we will we'll be there.
That
I
would be
know.
funny.
I know we will
Like this.
because I
I'm
would
just
say
playing.
this.
That'd
having
it would work out.
having this continuous glucose monitor really enlightened me on some of the things that I've been doing as far as my way of eating. And it really kind of narrowed in the things that I thought, some things I thought that wasn't bad, you
Right.
know. I thought, okay, this is going to be okay, but
Hmm.
then it like, oh no, this is not good.
This ain't okay.
It's not okay.
It's not okay.
So I'm going to have this continuous glucose monitor on. I got it for a total of 6 months, and I'm probably way in whether I'm going to have it a little bit longer than that. But I think it is good for me to know how foods affect me, how foods, drinks, anything affect me. But also to know that not every food, just because it spikes, doesn't mean it's not good for you. You know, because sometimes it's going to spike when you have some natural sugars or natural, you know, if it's a natural carb. I don't have a problem with that, you know, because my body knows what to do with that. He knows what to do with the natural fruits, natural vegetables, anything that's not processed. So, but some of the places that I frequent, that I was eating at, is not good for my blood glucose. Not
And certain things we snack on.
right.
I'll never forget you had this spike, and it was eye opening to me. We was eating these thin pretzels with these hors d'oeuvres, like little cheesy things on it, and me, you, and Supernova was eating them. And I look back at your spike thing, and it just I've never seen it stay there that long. It was
Yeah, oh
just
yeah,
staying there. Cause I get it sometimes. Okay, we get bursts of energy. We can use it sometimes and go for a walk or whatever, or we use it for other means. But what you gonna do with that? And then you got to go to sleep. That's all getting stored
yeah. It
because it
did.
went on for a
It
while.
did. I was so, I mean, when I got up there that morning and saw that, I was shocked. But a friend of mine said that the pretzels were high on the what do you call it?
Glycemic,
Glycemic index. So I'm like,
which I never would
what?
have thought.
So what I need to do
Eye
is probably
opening.
buy something that tells me about foods and the glycemic index. If I can get as much information on that, then I think I could be good. But that's one thing that I want to do too. You know these things, know what's high on the glycemic index, know how my glucose is going to affect that because guess what? I'm prone to have diabetes and I'm prone to have high blood pressure, which I am battling the blood pressure, but it's not as high. But I think I kind of got it like because I've been watching the glucose. But my blood, I noticed that those, remember in our previous shows, one of our previous shows, I was saying that we had lost about 7 pounds.
Right.
After I dropped like the first 7 pounds, I think my blood pressure was stabilizing, was going down. But knowing that information, and I know this, I have to do something about it. I can't just sit there. You know, it's good to know your health markers. Know the blood pressure, know what your glucose is looking like. Visit your doctor, see what else, you could be working on, your cholesterol levels too. So it's like know that, but work on them. But there are things that you can do that don't have to be too stressful, to change. You can change something simple as far as walking. You ain't got to do any strenuous exercise, but walking, how much that affects your overall health, including your mental health. So I think that even though we're doing this slowly, we're going about this slowly, that we are going in the right direction. But what we're doing, is, especially the walking is contributing to a better way of or a better healthier life.
Well, what I envision for myself, my goal, and we've talked about this before too, is I want to maintain it. If I ever get to those places I see in my head, I believe I will. I know you will. I can tell by how you're moving and operating that you're serious. So we'll see. It's not nothing worth having is easy. So, but I see it happening. But if I get to that land, I want to stay in that land.
Yeah, but we're doing this together, which makes it more so, we'll be able to do that because we're encouraging each other and we're doing this together. We're focused. It would be harder for you to continue on if I was not. If I continually brought a bunch of junk food here every day, we ate out, or I ate out, but you was trying to, work towards your
Or
goals and
spoken in a
stuff.
negative way.
Right.
Sometimes people can do that. With mates can do that to each other without trying. Like without bad intentions, can say or do little things just to kind of bring them down and make it harder for them. But you're right. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So with us doing this together, it makes it, I wouldn't say easier, but let's just say makes it possible for us to get to where we need to get to. Because I know we will. But we're going to get there. That's all you got to say. You just got to put it out there.
Gotta
It
believe.
is going to happen. It is going to happen.
Oh, okay then. Man. Well, shut the front. Oh, wow. Get out of here.
Shut the front door.
Yeah. In the back door. Man.
Yeah.
I mean, you got me motivated, Angela.
Yeah, we can do this.
You talking. I'm ready.
It is good as done. Okay.
What?
It's good as done. That's how.
She's
That's-
bad mama. She's a bad mama jamma.
Well, we got to do this. We're going to do this. It's going to happen.
You need to whip out Dr. Remember Dr. Angela that had the high mousy voice back in the day? Used to do the blogs during the COVID. She's
Oh, you
you need to
talking
whip
about
her
when
out once in a while so we can talk to her. I like to talk to her. You need to bring
yeah,
her
that's
out.
something I did.
I
That
loved it.
was a Snapchat filter.
I love that.
Well, yeah.
I love it. I miss, that's like a whole different persona. That's another, we need to interview that person. I want to interview that person, that doctor.
That was
That's
a doctor.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
funny.
The doctor on TV. That's the guys, the doctor on TV. Great advice. That's the thing I loved about her. She gave great advice. She was fun to listen to. Definitely health wise, definitely watched out, definitely encouraged people to take care of their health. I just enjoyed watching her and listening to her. And I would love to interview Doctor and just kind of see, some tips and things that she can do. Maybe she can give us some tips and stuff. We'll try to make that happen.
That is too funny. We'll see. Why are you looking like that?
I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, for real. She would definitely add a little bit of spice. I never held the S before. I'm going to do it. It don't sound right, snaky. That's where we are. That's where I want to be.
I think I hear somebody.
Life.
Life.